Hello guys, this is Blue Valkyrie here once again, and this is another day of the daily tarot challenge that I imposed myself. So today I'm going to be talking about another version of the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and it's going to be very similar imagery wise. It's going to be very similar to the previous one, and this has been presented by Adam Fronteras, and it's kind of like another beginner's thing. It actually came in a box. It was a box set of this one with the tarot cards. Like I've said before, I do not have silks, so I have these dedicated bandanas that you can purchase at a Walmart for what, $1 maybe. But I do keep them in this box. This wooden box I purchased a long time ago when I was getting into setting the tarot cards only in boxes and fabrics, special fabrics I should say. Anyway, it's very velvety. Just wanted to show you that. Before we get into the book, because as always, there's some things about the book I like, some things I don't agree with, and well, you'll see. So, usually, the different Rider-Waite decks that you're going to see out there, they can be specifically classified, as I have seen from collectors, from the back art. The art in the back of these, as you can see, it's kind of like a sun, like a smiley sun. See, there you go. That's better. And that's the denominator to say that if you see the cards like this, well, they're probably just this from the Adam Fronteras presentation. Now, see that I put them all upside down, and you know what? I am doing so. Of course, I'm going to turn them around so you can see them better, but I'm doing so because I have to tell you guys, when you're reading for someone other than yourself, this would be considered the reverse side. If you're reading for someone else, some, not all, some readers look at this as the upright position. Why? That's their perspective, because they think that since they're reading for the other person, it should be legible for the other person to see that they got this, and then they got really bad this, and so forth, you know. So, and no, I'm not one of those who believes that there should be the significator should be major arcana or a court card. The significator should be any card, because it signifies the person at the moment, not as a permanent signification. So it's going to vary from reading to reading. Today, a rich man, tomorrow, a poor man, and so forth. And of course, the issue or the problem, if you're using the Celtic cross, should go like that. But if you see, that's not towards me. I am reading to the person. This is not how I usually do it. I'm only showing you a perspective, because in the end, you guys do whatever you think you should be doing, whatever works for you, whatever you feel that connects with you, so you can read the cards better. Aside from any book, aside from any significance that any artist or any author puts on the card, you're gonna have a connection with the card, and in such connection you might see something else, something additional. I mean, the card is going to mean the same regardless of the art, regardless of the deck that you're using to read, it's going to mean the same. It will have an additional meaning if you have that connection. And some people are a little bit psychic, if not to say too much, and they can feel, they see something, they see the significance, but automatically they can see, before they flip the card, they might get a sense of what's going on, if this is being made by someone or a situation, or what's created this problem right here. So, like I said, reverse cards are just in your perspective. There's people, I've said this before, and I'm sorry if I start to sound like a broken record. There's people who have never read the cards in an upside position. And I'm one of those people who prefers, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I prefer to read the card, even if it comes upside down, I'm going to turn her around. I'm going to go like this, because sometimes it doesn't come right away as being upside down. Sometimes there's two things. You can do the short flip or short reveal, or you can do the long reveal. And if I do the long reveal this way, there's a big possibility that all the cards are going to face the same direction. Does this mean that the person is crossed, as some people would say? Does it mean that the person really is in trouble? No. It's just a way that I flipped the card. I could also have flipped the card, let's see, this one. I could have flipped it like this. I could have flipped it like this. There are many ways you can flip the card in reading. And again, you do what calls you, what you believe it's best for you. So basically, art-wise, I cannot say that there's a great deal of significance or beautiful artwork, because it's the classic. And the classic Rider-Waite, as I've said before, many people prefer it when you're beginning, because the symbols are always right. Like I said before, like I said yesterday, like the magician, you see the magician, the traditional magician, you're gonna see eternity, you're gonna see his wand of magic, you're going to see the cups, the pentacles, the wands, and the swords, all in just one card. And he is mastering everything. So, yes. Now, the thing is, oh, and there's some people that only read the major arcana for some reason. And that's their choice. I cannot say it's wrong. I cannot say it's right. All I can say it's their choice. This is not the same thing with runes. With runes, I'm sorry, but the people who use the blank rune, they really need to go back to school. When I do my rune video, you will see why, and I will, like they say on the drama channels, I'll show receipts, because it's very important, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So you already saw, basically, the same type of art. And another thing I want to clarify about the reverse readings, I think I said it yesterday as well. For any card, every card signifies an aspect in your life. Okay? Like, let's see. Like this could be a card for celebration. If you put it upside down, a lot of people say that is misfortune, or things, if you want them, they're gonna go really bad and you're gonna have to fight your way hard to do them, guess what? There's a card in the swords that says the same thing. So why do I need to read it in this position if there's already another card that's going to signify it, but in a different direction maybe? That's where your interpretation comes in. Okay? And that's my personal opinion as to why I don't read in reverse. But that's, again, just me. So, keeping that in mind, I mention it because the book that it came with it is a very good book, I'm not gonna lie. For being a very small kind of book, it's short, it's precise, it's concise, and for beginners, it's just amazing. This, I remember, let me see if it says I should say, this is from 1996, and apparently, printed and bound in Italy, nice. Apparently there hasn't been any other printings at the time that this edition came out. Okay, and of course there's the contents, things I like about the history of the tarot. He is very short but precise about the hypotheses, the theories on how they came to be, which none of them include the Egyptian Book of the Dead. One day I'm going to show you why I have to emphasize this so badly. Another thing I like is, like, for instance, he puts pictures for those of you who like pretty pictures. This actually, without reading this, I don't know if you recognize, nah, maybe you're too young to recognize this guy. But this guy here, one of the best James Bonds ever. This is Roger Moore. And this, that Bond girl she's reading cards. And it tells you right here exactly in which movie this is from, Live and Let Die. So it's Roger Moore and Jane Seymour in Live and Let Die. It gives you, things that would be related to, like it gives you here about this beautiful artwork. On the other page is Notre Dame. I saw it and I knew it was Notre Dame, but not everybody has that, would be able to recognize it. This is one of the guys that I mentioned in previous videos, Eliphas Levi. He's published many books, like it says here, not only on magic, but he's also had, papers, treatise about many other things. Here, for example, it gives you, this is a card from one deck, and it's telling you here about the other guy that we just spoke about, and he was very influential when it came to the tarot. And here's another card. It tells you from which tarot deck they are. Same here, the W.B. Yeats. This is the author, and poet, and it shows you again. This is from the deck, from the Golden Dawn deck that I showed you not so long ago. I don't know if you remember. If not, there's the video for it. Mr. Crowley. Cue Ozzy Osbourne right now. Mr. Crowley. Bam, bam. Okay, enough. And of course, this is the Crowley Tarot. Some of the images. And then he gets into things like psychic abilities, like seeing beyond the obvious, and that's more or less what I was talking about. Choosing and relating to a deck. Let me see, what did I highlight this. That it can be a problem because there's a lot of tarot decks with a lot of art out there, and the deck feature in this book is a classic design, although certain details may influence your reading. And again, that the most important factor is the emotional and intuitive link that grows between you and the cards. And this is true, this is a very old tradition. You don't have to follow it, okay? At this day and age, you don't have to follow it. According to tradition, cards should be given and not bought or purchased. This stems from the age-old notion that spirit and matter do not mix, that money is the root of all evil, yada yada yada. My first tarot deck was given to me, and like I said before, I didn't even know it was an Aleister Crowley deck. I mean, guys, come on. I wasn't even 9 years old when I got it. I got it from a grandmother. Paternal one, not maternal. And yeah, so about giving your cards meaning, it gives you a lot of things. Here's the thing. I don't believe in reverse meanings. They're a modern invention, and many of the early decks had pictures only for the major arcana and simple cards marked like dice for the suits. So even though this is something that it's not, a traditional thing, it says here that just as harmonics and asteroids have added to the interpretive skills of the astrologer, so reversed readings add to the divination of a skilled reader. I disagree. I do know them, yes, but I disagree. This is just a personal thing. It's not because, oh no, it says here that traditionally, the reverse meanings were not even considered. No, I don't agree with him, but that's just a way he presents his book and his theories and his vision. So I just, a good thing he has here is that it gives you the picture of the card. It tells you about it, like it tells you the symbolism, the astrological influences. It tells you more symbols and stuff. It tells you then the divinatory meaning. This is what it would mean if in a reading. And the stupid reverse meaning. And another astrological influence. And he does this for all throughout the book, even for the minor arcana. And let me see if I can find this. I am so sorry about this, guys. Just, again, one-handed, not helpful. Oh well. It tells you, it shows you, gives you 2 readings just to tell you more or less how the cards are going to relate to one another. And this is one of the readings that he presents in this book, which I am trying to get to it originally. See, placing and reading the cards. This one he's showing is the astrological symbol, and his reading, I should say. Then there's the Celtic cross spread. How did I don't know why this is here, but no, it should be, let me just remove it. It's probably because I was really into that spread for the longest time. Anyway, it tells you a lot. See, I even had marks. Some people do it this way, like so. Some people only put it until card number 6. Then they will put on the side 7, 8, 9, 10. They would do this only for space reasons, because you'll need a lot of space to actually spread it like this. But it doesn't matter if you put it all the way down or if you put the last 4 cards here next to the first 6 ones. It really doesn't matter. Tells you exactly what each card, well, not card, but the placement of a card it's supposed to be. This is the transformation reading, and supposedly this transformation reading is done to verify how accurate this one was. And this is something that a lot of people do not know nor understand. So basically this is it. There's nothing else. There's a couple of more readings, but not about the readings. It's about the tarot decks. Oh, this is a pain in the neck. Trust me, the name spread, you don't want to do that. Well, yes, you do, because it's good to learn, but you really don't want to do that. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to my ramble and my rants, and I hope you have a great day, or evening, or whatever's in your time. So, take care, everybody. This is Blue Valkyrie saying bye-bye.